Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
We made it back to Friday, 9:02. Here we go. CJ Nasello here with you. It is our daily show, RiverBender.com. I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm wearing a different outfit for once. Yeah, how about that? We got a great show for all of you. Going to be talking to the Blue Crew from Marquette Catholic here in about 15 minutes or so. You know, they have one of the coolest student sections, and whenever you watch the Alton Marquette rivalry games, whether it's for soccer, you name it, to see the Redbird Nest and the Blue Crew kind of battling it out and cheering their teams on, it's always fun to watch. But whether or not it's, you know, a Friday night football game or a basketball game at Marquette, the Blue Crew's doing some really fun stuff. And they got recognized as the best student section in the state of Illinois. We're going to be joined by Beth DeCourcy and a couple of the students a part of the Blue Crew and talk a little bit about their experiences with it and how beneficial it is for them at Marquette Catholic. That comes your way in a couple of minutes. Then at 10:30, we're going to talk to Adam Marburger, and we're going to get the latest from Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness and talk a little bit more about really what makes it such a special place. You know, I see all the posts on Facebook from businesses, but really that family atmosphere is there over at Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness. So we're going to get the latest on that and ways that you can join and be a part of the growing community over there. But in the meantime, here's what's happening around the Riverbend at 9:03. But before I do that, I'm going to be in Belleville all weekend. I do want to give a plug. Sorry, I was going to start the show off with this. Saturday and Sunday, I'll be up in Belleville, and we'll be with the home builders and remodelers with over 400 different vendors. I'm going to be out there handing out business cards, shaking hands, you know, and that's probably about it. I'm going to do a live show on Saturday. You can watch this on RiverBender.com, 9 to 11 a.m. Saturday morning, tomorrow morning. And then on Sunday, you'll be seeing a taped portion of a show that we did Saturday afternoon. So we'll have two shows, Saturday and Sunday. And I'm going to be pretty tired by the time Monday rolls around. But here's what's happening around the Riverbend at 9:04. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update. You can join myself and 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work week. And on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend, we'll take you to Alton first, submitted by IDOT. The Illinois Department of Transportation did announce that lane restrictions will be encountered on northbound Illinois 3-111 Homer Adams Parkway, 0.5 miles north of Illinois 111 and 140 College Avenue beginning Monday, March the 11th at 7:30 a.m. This is weather permitting. The right lane will be closed to allow IDOT District 8 operations forces to perform emergency bridge deck patching on the bridge over Bloomer Drive. All lanes are expected to reopen by 3:30 p.m. that following Friday. Motorists can expect delays and should allow extra times for trips through the area. To avoid the work area when feasible, use of alternate routes should be considered. Drivers are urged to pay close attention to changing conditions and signs in the work zones, obey the posted speed limits, refrain from using mobile devices, and be alert for workers and equipment. For IDOT District 8 updates, you can follow them on social media, on Twitter at IDOT District 8, or you can view the construction details on IDOT's Travelers Information Map, gettingaroundillinois.com. Out of Godfrey, an online tip led to the Madison County Sheriff's Department to a man in Godfrey who allegedly had multiple files of child pornography on his phone. He now faces 7 total felonies, according to county court documents. Mark W. Bray, 29 years of age, of Godfrey, was charged with 7 counts of child pornography on February the 22nd. Each of the 7 counts corresponds to a different file, each depicting minors under the age of 13 engaged in various sexual acts, according to court documents. The first 6 counts are Class 2 felonies related to 6 video files, and while the 7th count is a Class 3 felony related to an image file. A petition to deny Bray's pretrial release describes the investigation, which began on September 27, 2023, after the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children sent the Madison County Sheriff Office a cyber tip that was submitted through their cyber tip line. The tip reported that an individual had images and videos of child pornography within a Synchronos Technologies account linked to their Verizon phone number. This was just one of 21 total cyber tips, which each reference the same suspect uploading sexual explicit material on numerous occasions. The images and videos that were reported were provided and confirmed that they were images and videos of nude, prepubescent, and pubescent children engaged in sexually explicit content with each other and or adults. The petition states, 34 total files were reviewed and determined to contain child pornography. All activity allegedly occurred between August the 21st of 2023 and September the 24th, 2023. The report provided additional open source information suggesting that the suspect phone number was associated with the Verizon account of Mark Bray. Upon searching the phone number in local records, the phone number is also associated with Mark Bray, who is last known to reside in Godfrey. Records provided by Dropbox show that September 21st was the last date the servers were accessed by a Verizon device, mobile, and IP address associated with a gmail.com email address, which included Bray's first initial and last name. A search warrant was executed at the residence on February 22nd. The petition continued. During the execution of that search warrant, multiple cell phones belonging to Mark Bray were seized and searched. Multiple videos and images of child pornography were found on the cell phone, which Mark Bray admitted that he was currently using. He confirms his cell phone number and that the phone number is associated with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, on which the child porn was possessed. Bray's case was submitted by the Madison County Sheriff's Office, and court documents indicate he was remanded to be held in jail until his initial appearance in court. Out of East Alton, an East Alton man has been charged with grooming and indecent solicitation of 2 children after allegedly sending them sexually explicit messages through TikTok. Here's what we know. Dakota R. Weaver, 28, of East Alton, was charged with 2 counts of grooming and indecent solicitation of a child. Court documents indicate he groomed and solicited 2 different minors using TikTok, one from January the 29th, 2024, and 2 February 9th, 2024, and the other from February the 6th, 2024 until February the 12th. According to a petition to deny Weaver's pretrial release, the Bethalto Police Department did receive a report on indecent solicitation of a child and grooming on February the 9th. The first victim reported the following. An unknown male on TikTok, known to her as Eric, made sexual comments, including discussing acts with her. The victim advised she was first contacted by the suspect on TikTok January the 29th, and the conversations continued and became more sexual in nature, specifically discussing sexual intercourse. The TikTok user profile and phone number used to contact the victim were determined through the investigation to belong to the defendant. The victim asked the defendant if he knew how old she was, and he responded, quote, 15 to 16, question mark, end quote. She responded yes. The petition also adds that the Bethalto Police Department received a second report of the same offenses on February the 12th. This report was submitted by the other victim, who reported that she was sent, quote, messages of sexual nature on TikTok, specifically referencing oral sex, end quote. Weaver reportedly asked how old she was, to which she responded, 15. Weaver faces 2 Class 3 felonies for indecent solicitation of a child and 2 Class 4 felonies for grooming. The Bethalto Police Department presented the case against Weaver, who was reportedly remanded to be held in jail until his initial appearance in court. Out of Edwardsville, a dump truck pursued by the Edwardsville Police Department crashed into the gas pumps at Quick Trip in Edwardsville and struck another vehicle on Monday night. Some of the gas pumps were not operable at Quick Trip on Thursday morning, March the 7th. The gas pumps have a shear valve designed to... Excuse me, this was mistyped. The gas pumps have a shear valve designed to shut off if a pump is knocked away, and it worked perfectly, Edwardsville Fire Chief James Whitford said. There was a small fire and the gas pump knocked away from the canopy in the concrete parking lot, but it wasn't a very big fire, and it was quickly extinguished. The various pumps were closed that night after this incident, but several were operable on Thursday. Whiteford said an engineer must have come out and evaluated the situation and opened up some of the pumps. Also in the news out of Edwardsville, Sydney Sinks reporting that during a debate hosted by the League of Women's Voters and the Edwardsville chapter of the NAACP, incumbent Kurt Prenzler and challenger Chris Slusser outlined their policy ideas as both compete for the Madison County chairman's seat. On Wednesday, March the 6th, candidates gathered at the Wildy Theater in Edwardsville for a voter service event that aimed to inform voters about the candidates ahead of the Madison County primary election, which is set for March the 19th. Both candidates began by introducing themselves and outlining some of their major policies, and then answered 5 questions posed by audience members. For a full recap of that debate and the questions being asked, you can see that full report on RiverBender.com. We might touch on it later on this Friday morning. Sydney Sinks also reporting out of Alton that according to Principal Mary Rivera and St. Mary's Catholic School is uniquely focused on faith, family, and education. From 9 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, March the 16th, the school will host an open house for potential families where you can tour the classrooms, meet with faculty and staff, and, of course, register for the 2024-25 school year. With an impressive academic curriculum and several athletic and extracurricular programs, they hope many families will stop by the open house to learn more about the school, what they offer, and approach. Rivera explained that St. Mary's is different from other schools. They make a point to be involved with their students, and everyone, including teachers and priests, often join in on the fun. From kickball and junior Olympiad to band practice and art classes. And as a teacher, Sister Antonia, who joined us on the show yesterday with Principal Rivera, explained this firsthand. She noted that the faculty members go above and beyond to engage with students. No matter what a student's religious background is, they know they have support as they learn and grow in their relationship with God. With faith as one of St. Mary's 3 pillars, Rivera and Sister Antonia agree that it's important to put this faith into action through service. They encourage students and families to complete service hours at the school and throughout the River Bend. For them, it's about raising kids who are able to thrive in the community in addition to succeeding at school. You can learn more about St. Mary's faith, family, and education approach at their open house on March the 16th, which will be held in Suddes Hall at 536 East 3rd Street in Alton. Parents can take a tour of the building and find out more about the school while kids enjoy activities and refreshments. You can email kroberts@smsalton.com or visit stmariesalton.com/school for more information. At 9:15, let's take a quick look at your weather. I bet you it's raining out there. 57 degrees. It feels like 55 today, mild with rain and a thunderstorm into the early afternoon. Tonight, an evening shower in places, otherwise cool with considerable cloudiness, becoming breezy later on as we head into Saturday. Temperatures will reach 59 degrees today. They will drop down to 40 overnight. On Saturday, a high of just 48 degrees, a low of 27. On Sunday, no rain in the forecast, sunny skies, a high of 56, a low of 33. And then on Monday, a high of 68, a low of 40. No rain in the forecast and just sun in the sky when we start our work week off. And then on Tuesday, partly sunny skies, a high of 70 and a low of 47. Let's take a look at what gloomy downtown Alton looks like today. You can see the rain on the camera today and just, nobody out on the roads is what it looks like right now. Everyone pretty much staying inside and going to eat some breakfast and maybe just having a nice rain-in day inside their houses. You can see that sky cam in real time all the time at RiverBender.com/weather. And for time and temperature throughout the day, you give this phone number a ring, 618-465-4545, this time powered by Tom Lane. He is your local State Farm agent. Before we take a quick break, let me fill you in on Denise Sparks, who is the best. You know, it's pretty hard. No matter how long you've been in business, whether or not you've been in business for 30 years or if you've been in business for 30 minutes, you take on the big guys, and there's no small feat there. You know, Denise Sparks for years heard about this call, this real big call, this need for that alternative trash company. And, you know, she was doing just fine for 30 years being the queen of junk, going and hauling all of that stuff out of your garage, or maybe doing your cleanups for property, or maybe even that hoarder house scenario. They've been the best. They've helped you and saved you from your neighbor reporting you to the city of Alton. But now, Denise Sparks is ready to help you with your weekly trash pickup. You know what I find fascinating is, for being a small, locally owned company, she's still saving you money on your current bill. Everyone I've talked to says that their bill has gone down, plus they get the best customer service in the area, because when you call Sparks Junk Removal, guess what? You're going to get Sparks Junk Removal. You aren't going to get some weird robot phone call. You aren't going to get some third-party call center. You're going to get the queen of junk, because she's here for you. She's someone who practices what she preaches. She lives local. And I'd love for you guys to sign up and get those purple and yellow trash cans that are popping all up and down Madison County like rabbits. I'm telling you what. SparksJunkRemoval.net. That's SparksJunkRemoval.net. Start your journey with the queen of junk, and don't forget to tell her that CJ sent you her way. We'll take a quick break. Blue Crew up next. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
DJ Mike Heath.
This is where I am today. Let me show you how I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me, lads. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Come sail away, come sail away.
Welcome back. 922, the Marquette Catholic Blue Crew voted the best in the state, the best fan section, and we got a full studio, and we'll have a full studio for the next couple of minutes here. We got Thomas, Carter, Eli, Layla, Ava, and Marissa. Am I forgetting anybody?
No.
Look at that. So real quick, just because my lower third's mean right now, let's take this sucker off real quick. Let's see everybody. There we go. Say hi, folks.
Hi, Mom.
So this is really cool. How long have you all been a part of the Blue Crew since you guys started?
Yeah, all 4 years.
All 4 years. Well, the Blue Crew really has kind of a storied tradition about it, because when I was in high school, really, the Blue Crew and the Redbird Nest, those two, but you guys always took the cake, because every time we'd go head-to-head, and I'm honest about this, you guys would just show out and show up, and then we'd be 2-1 to your guys', you know, just insane. Well, what's important, whenever you go to a game, how important is it for you guys to go out there and support the teams and make sure that you're raising all type of ruckus and supporting them and making sure they can hear you?
I think it makes a difference in the way our guys play.
Yeah.
Knowing that the school has their back and that the other team, it probably distracts them and makes them play worse.
It did for me, I can tell you that much. Well, when it comes to the game, what's the most exciting part of it? How do you record? How do you get everything prepared? All of your chants. What do you know what you're going to say? Is it all spur of the moment, or is there some? Oh, here we go. Eli's got the answer.
Yeah, that's my job. I'm Captain Marquette. It's kind of like I'm the mascot. I say all the chants, try to get everyone a little bit louder.
Yeah.
More controlled. But yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. I can't explain it. It's just it's the best student section.
What goes into picking Captain Marquette? Is there any qualifications? How does that work?
Just try to be loud in the student section. It's just the class. Whoever's the best in later classes.
Trying to stand out.
Yeah,
there you go.
You really want to stand out, yeah.
So were you guys pretty much all unanimously approving of Eli's Captain Marquette position?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, and I'm serious. You guys do something so cool that not a lot of schools have the luxury of, and that's a truly dedicated fan section, because it doesn't matter how the season's going. You guys are out there every Friday or for every basketball game, you name it. And now, whenever we're talking sports, is there one sport that you guys like to cheer for more than any?
Yes.
I mean, basketball.
1,000,000%. Oh, yes.
Why is that? Oh,
I mean, it's just louder in the gym.
Yeah.
It's not outdoors. It's enclosed. It echoes. And, I mean, our team is just electric. They've had one of the best seasons they've had in a while.
Yeah.
And I mean,
we also love our cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah. Cheerleaders are awesome.
Good answer.
They have great chants.
Well, and whenever it comes to school, it's got to be fun, especially on game days, to be able to kind of walk around and just enjoy knowing that you guys are going to go out and support the team. And then the athletes, I'm sure, are pretty excited about it too throughout the day. Now, what's your favorite chant? What is the chant that you guys go with? What is the tried and true?
I mean, bananas. There might be bananas is good.
Banana gets the
Bananas gets everyone going, but I think the one that we're the best at would probably be Everywhere We Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that one everyone knows and everyone really gets loud at that one.
Although the freaking free throw stomp.
Oh, what's that? Hold on here. I don't know.
It's where our cheerleaders start stomping and they do like a beat and then knocks the guy off.
We all join in.
And then we join in.
And then we join in.
And it gets super
And
loud.
it's so loud. It's awesome.
Well, it's like you guys are really the sixth man in, really, in terms of the game, you know, where you're that outlying factor, because you guys really do get loud enough to where you're throwing everybody off. It's awesome to watch. What's the recognition mean to all of you, knowing that, hey, people are noticing that we're showing up and doing some really great stuff for athletic side of things?
I think it makes you feel good. It makes
it's amazing when like parents from other schools come up to you and say that was amazing. That it's so fun playing against you guys because you guys are so loud, so fun.
Well, and that's a good point too, because you guys are never disrespectful. That's the one thing I always think. You know, you're loud and you're having fun, but it's never to where you're like, oh, come on, guys. You want to cheer for you. You know, you make everyone want to cheer for Marquette that night. Now, are there any fun stories of some of these football games last season? Because, you know, we had some pretty nasty weather at times in the fall, and you got to kind of brave that and make sure you're still going out. Any fun stories you want to share us?
Our East Alton Wood River game, we won our first game that we have in how many years?
Like 2 years.
2 years. All the Blue Crew celebrating was very rewarding to just see all the excitement from all of us and all the cheerleaders and all of the parents and stuff, just everybody. It was really nice.
On one of our games, it was super hot out that day, and we did blue powder. So before the game, we all threw up blue powder everywhere.
We were in white.
It turned out a mess, but it was really fun.
Yeah, it was a disaster. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think makes it fun, because you always tried something new, too. And now, who comes up with the themes?
This guy right here.
Do you really?
Majority. And his mom.
And his mom.
And Rachel Waters.
My mom's definitely the savior of this student section.
Well, and how important is it for the student section to really go in and really embrace it, too? Because I've seen other student sections, and I'm just going to be honest. Some of the high school student sections are like everyone just took their SAT and they're depressed for the game and they don't want to be there. But you guys really embrace every moment of it. Is there any preparation for that, or is it just enjoyment?
I mean,
just enjoyment.
Yeah.
It's enjoyment, but I guess you can say the pep rally is kind of preparation, gets everyone excited for the season. But honestly, everyone just loves going to the game.
Well, and how cool is it too? I mean, it's kind of awesome because the staff of Marquette's at every game, and you can see so many teachers, and that's got to be cool too for just a school-wide community to see everyone, no matter what position, they're there and watching.
Oh yeah.
And now, take me through the atmosphere with the family, because when I was in the student section, I may or not have one time had a parent go, "CJ, you were a little too loud tonight." Have your folks ever gone, "What the heck was that chant you guys were doing over there?"
That happens a lot. That happens too much.
Does it?
Oh yeah, it definitely happens a lot. But
our parents are just like, why are we screaming? Well, that's the point.
I think it gets the parents more excited too.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
A lot of our parents went to Marquette, so they love to see us having fun like
their next generation, their kids doing what they used to do.
That's actually kind of ironic, because that was my segue question, because a lot of you, I'm sure, had brothers and sisters. I know your brother and Peter and I were in the CEO class together, all of that
Peter.
all of that good stuff. But whenever you see your older brothers or siblings kind of in that Blue Crew beforehand, it's got to make you want to be a part of it even more and carry on that family tradition. Is that kind of the thing?
Yeah.
100%.
It was definitely.
And now, what's coming down the pipeline in terms of games this spring? Do you guys do much in the spring?
I mean, we have boys volleyball and girls soccer.
We got boys baseball against
boys
Alton.
baseball too.
Oh,
yeah.
We have a couple big games because our rivalry is obviously Alton.
Right.
So we'll have a student section there. We'll all be there. So.
And RiverBender will be broadcasting the Battle of the Bowl again for the soccer teams. Just a shameless plug while we're at it, so stay tuned. Whenever you're getting things prepared, how do you let all the students know? Is it just kind of a fourth, kind of just a known entity that if we're playing Alton, better be over there at Lloyd Hopkins Field or at the soccer fields or anything?
Yeah, we have a Twitter page, Instagram page, and then I put it on my Snapchat story.
What's the Instagram page?
Crew Crazies.
Crew Crazies. I like it.
Yeah.
And they also announce at school too.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's
Which
good.
helps.
Good little,
probably important.
Good little live read to start the morning off. And with that being said, for all of you, what makes Marquette so special? Because there's an atmosphere over there right now that's really cool to watch.
I think because we're so small, everyone knows each other, and we feel more like a family. I think.
Yeah. And what are your girls' thoughts? Same thing.
I love that you know everybody. Mm-hmm. There's not like a day where you see people that you don't know their name, and I think that's why we all we show up to everything, no matter what sport it is, because it's so small. Everyone knows each other, so we all want to support each other.
It's like your brother or sister, so it's like a known thing to just go to the game to support your family.
There you go. And now I got to ask, what are your predictions for the Marquette Alton High rivalries this spring? I got to ask.
I think it'll be a clean sweep.
A clean sweep. There we go. I like it. We'll go with it. And then, when did you guys find out you won?
This past Saturday we went up to Bloomington.
Oh, did you?
Yes. So I think all of us here went.
Except
for these two right here. They were busy. But we all went. We took like a 2.5-hour car drive. And we went onto the floor of the stadium, and we got announced.
Did you really? What's that feeling like, too? Because, I mean, that's a pretty good environment to be up in.
It was pretty awesome,
It definitely felt good, but when you're in a place where no one really knows you except for the people that are on the court.
That's true.
It was a little awkward.
It's like we won, and everyone else is like,
woo! Yeah. Also, they said that they were going to show highlights of our videos to like everyone in the stadium wherever we were, but they didn't, or they messed up or something. So nobody knew what we won. So it was a little bit anticlimactic.
It was a little awkward, but it was awesome. Still, I enjoyed it.
But you still brought home the bragging rights. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
And now, how are you guys looking for next year? Looking to repeat this accolade?
We're all seniors, so we can hope.
We won't be here.
We can hope.
Well, how are you prepping the next generation of Blue Crew?
How are you?
I don't like this question. Everyone wants to know who the next captain is, and I don't know yet.
Are you still deciding?
Yes.
Do you have a short list?
It's about 3 that I got in mind.
3 left. There you go.
Stay tuned.
Do we have
top 3?
We aren't going to ask for any names yet today. We'll make you all guess at Marquette Catholic on who would be the next Captain Marquette. With that being said, 9:30. We've already been talking for like 15 minutes. What's your final thought to parents? Any of the players that you supported this season? Any final messages?
We appreciate you and keep coming to the games.
We love Marquette basketball.
Blue Crew too.
Yes.
All the students.
We love Marquette.
How many members of the Blue Crew are there? Is it the entire school pretty much?
The entire school can show up, but it's usually
even if you're from Alton, then you want to.
Yeah, that's what I love too. You guys are really welcoming of other schools.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You guys really are. It's fun to see that too. You guys are like a really good school partners. At 9:34, let's take a quick pause. We got a second round of Blue Crew coming in, and we'll do that right here on our daily show on RiverBender.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
DJ Mikey.
This is where I am today. Let me show you how I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows
9:36, conversations with the Blue Crew continuing. The best student section in the state of Illinois, I might have to add. You know, we're talking, and we have Katie, Meredith, Kimbrio, and Ren. Kimbrio, did I say it right? Cambria. Oh, Cambria, right?
Yeah.
Finally, I botch at least something in an interview, you know? Ren, Carson, and Scott in studios. We continue our conversations with the Marquette Catholic Blue Crew. Best in state, how does it feel? Let's just start off with the easy one.
Man.
There we go!
Amazing. Well deserved.
No, it actually feels really good.
Well, and I was talking to the first group, and it's really, for the last, since I've been out of high school almost 8 years ago, I mean, you guys have always had such a great student section, and there'd be times I'd be at games of my own, and I'm sitting there, and I look back, and I'm like, well, we got about 2 rows deep. That's a little sad, you know? Maybe people forgot. Maybe there was another party going on, you know? And then you look at the Blue Crew, and there's, you know, the full section just filled up, and everyone's having a good old time. What are your initial thoughts about being a part of the student section, just being a member of Blue Crew and supporting your teams?
Man, I mean, for me as a first year being on the Blue Crew, I have to say it's a really welcoming group, and we're all, I think everybody's like the sweetest, and everybody's just so happy to be there.
Really cool. So first year on the Blue Crew?
Yeah, it's my senior year, and I just moved here. So.
Oh, really cool. So a great experience your senior year. That's awesome to hear.
Great school.
And then what is everyone else's thoughts on it, just being a part of the great section you guys have?
I'd just say that the Blue Crew, we're just the best. We've been known to be the best for our student section, especially after winning the student section showdown. And yeah, we beat anyone around here in terms of our student section.
Without
for
it,
sure.
yeah, I agree. Anyone else have some thoughts?
I mean, I'll go.
I've been a part of it since I was a freshman, so but being a senior is definitely like you're bottom of the student section, and you have more like, I wouldn't say like power, but you just feel way more included.
Yeah.
You get to lead all the underclassmen, so it's really fun being here all 4 years and like growing with it, I think.
Yeah.
And since we've been here since COVID, so we didn't really get a great first experience like our freshman and sophomore year because so many games were canceled and the student section, we would have to wear masks and all the COVID restrictions. So our senior year has definitely been the best like Blue Crew experience we've had.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
That's a great point because, I mean, you're absolutely right. You guys kind of got the short end of the stick in terms of high school experiences with that COVID pandemic. And now I got to ask this question, though, in terms you made a great point. I was always the one because my freshman year, my principal convinced me to put on the Redbird for a couple of days. Awful experience because I was a terrible mascot. I didn't know what to do. I was like Ricky Bobby in Talladega Night. Like, what do you do with my hands, you know? Yeah. And, well, then I went into the section. It's hard to compete for a spot in that section, especially Marquette. You know, you're on the last end of things. Is there like a technique you can give some up-and-coming freshmen for maybe finding some prime real estate in the Blue Crew?
Be loud. If you just keep yelling, If you're scared to yell, you might as well not be there.
So I was talking to the last group, and it kind of is my opinion, and I'm gonna get blasted for this for the weekend. Some student sections feel like they're just depressed, you know, like it's just a down in the dumps. Like, you know, maybe they all had to take the SAT that day, but it seems like they aren't into it. But everyone in your guys' section like lives the moments, you know. It really is. It's no fakeness about it. It's in it.
Yeah, a lot of practice.
Whoa!
A lot of practice. I know the Marquette captain who you met, Eli Waters, definitely goes down to the gym, and we try to pull kids out of classes when they have a chance to like work on
New cheer.
The new
Pep
cheers.
rally.
No
yeah, 'cause
kidding.
He came up with a couple.
Our pep rallies are way louder and very. They're a lot more than like actually our games.
They're unhinged.
Yeah.
Pep rallies are a lot for sure.
I mean, it's just like the whole school just jumping up and like imagine just 400 kids in one area just going absolutely crazy. They're letting out all the energy that they have.
Well, I got
rallies.
That's really cool. I got to ask this though, the hard question: what's the favorite chant of all of everyone in this room?
A lot of people like the new one, Bananas.
That's what we were saying in the last group.
That's what I
My favorite will be the stomping one that the cheerleaders does.
It's not really Blue Crew's cheer.
If we're talking
it's the
about
cheerleaders cheer.
Yeah, but
that one's really good.
every school that we go against hates it.
They do. They really do hate
But they
it.
get into it. Like the other students,
they'll
like it.
start
Like, it's
doing it too.
like,
They
all
either
the
hate it or they'll join us.
it's a good one because all the parents like will like. I remember my mom's always like, "I love that cheer." It like gets people like into it. It's really good.
It really does. Anyone else have some thoughts?
I like the hoo-ha amen. What's that one called?
Yeah.
That's just
Everyone-
I mean,
That's a tried and true. That's a staple chant.
I don't know. It's just a classic.
Yeah, that one's good.
What else?
Yeah, mine's got to be If You're an
Wait,
Explorer.
we are Marquette Catholic.
That one's good too.
Yeah, I like that one.
Marquette Catholic. Yeah.
I like that one.
Scott, any thoughts back there?
I like them all.
That's a good answer, Scott. Good answer. Safe answer today.
I do like it when we roast the other team though.
Do you have a favorite chant?
I like Bananas.
What's the banana? This is new.
I think it's because we get candy out of it.
Yeah.
Give banana Laffy Taffy.
So what I think's really cool is, and I'm sure some of you have siblings that are maybe getting ready to go into Marquette, or you already had siblings that have been to Marquette, and you kind of watch them go through this. How awesome is it to kind of see either the next up and coming Blue Crew watching you as St. Mary's students or you name it, watching you as kids in that section. That's gotta feel fun too, knowing that hey, there's people that really take pride in this and are ready to do the same thing you're doing.
Yeah, Marquette, our freshman class currently is really good. Like they'll be good as seniors. Like
I think they're the best
We have
ones
a
yet.
loud freshman class right now, so that's
Really?
exciting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Usually, the freshmen are more
Nervous. Shy.
involved, nervous, shy, like to sit at the top and just kind of not engage. But the freshman year class is really they're good. They're loud.
I think they're
It's a
louder
bigger
than
class. They were
sophomores.
louder than we were for sure. Way louder than we were for
So
sure.
I gotta say something real quick. When I was in my freshman year, I had just a unique group of individuals in my freshman class, and we were pretty much problem children for everybody throughout every sense of the word learning. And then teachers remember you not for the good things, but for just some of the nuisances you caused. We were kind of like at the end of my freshman year, it was almost like we tried to commandeer the section. We're like the seniors might have started a chant, but it's like we're gonna do our own thing. Not a good look. Okay,
No.
not a good look. It's pretty safe to say everyone in your Blue Crew is on the same page.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, that's what I was curious about, because it's really cool for me to be in the press box like during the soccer game, and you guys are playing Alton, and just seeing everyone there and seeing you guys rush the field afterwards and really celebrating like you're a part of the team, and you really are when you're cheering everybody on like that. Now, will you go up to Bloomington? Did you guys go?
I did.
Yes, I went. Yeah.
How was the trip? Yeah.
The trip was more interesting than the actual game. No.
Yeah.
The game was great both times. What? Anyways,
Did
somebody else?
Are we talking about game or are we talking about the section?
The Bloomington, when you get nominated, when you got one.
Yeah, the student section.
Yeah, when you won the. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Were you up there when you won the acknowledgement?
Yes, I was. Me and Carson were up there.
Yeah, we were on Instagram Live on Marquette.
Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah.
So I heard it was a little awkward on the floor.
Well, I don't know if we knew what to expect for
Yeah.
sure. Like we were expecting them to show a little clips of our video. They were telling us, and then they didn't.
Yeah, it
so we
didn't
kept
work.
looking up, and it just wasn't there.
But to be able to kind of hold that honor, that's a huge acknowledgement to have, because there's every school has a student section, so whenever you get that to go, hey, you guys are the best that's out there right now, what's that feeling?
Oh, it feels great because I know it's true. We are the best.
Right. Yeah. He was the one who edited the video.
Yeah, all the work.
Did you really?
Yep, all the work that went into the video, everyone that sent in the clips. I just want to thank them because it wouldn't be possible without them. And
Really cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm sure there was so many videos to go through too. It's like, how do you pick out the ones that really fit the mold of what you need?
A lot of filtering and matching with the song and
The
stuff.
songs were.
The intro was good, and I really love the intro.
Well, and I'll say, because I've always said, and when I was in St. Louis doing radio, I said the same thing, that, sports in Alton are really fun. And the reason they're fun is not just necessarily the athletes who are really talented and they do awesome stuff, but it's fun to go see the sights and sounds of the game. When I'm going up to State Street Hill on a Friday for football, I'm not going to commentate that night. I do that for soccer, but I go to Johnson's and then see all you guys riled up when I get to the game. And it's those sights and sounds that you guys have no idea what it means for the community, because that gets the community more involved, you know? I mean, you guys really are doing something cool.
Well, I mean, I think the reason for that is because we've built such a community at Marquette. Like, we're our own little group, but it's so inviting, and like everybody there is so nice, and you kind of can't not be a part of it.
Yeah. Well, what's your guys' favorite moment of your Blue Crew experience? And I won't even leave it up for if you're more than a 1-year Blue Crew member. If you're, just getting here, obviously we stuck to this year. But throughout your entire experience, is there one moment of the Blue Crew that you guys will look back on and and always go, man, what a cool day?
I don't know. There's
Definitely
so
the
many.
pep rallies.
The pep rallies?
Yeah.
Really cool.
Those are good.
I mean, we had 2 kids who transferred from Alton, and they were like, I've never experienced a pep rally like that before.
We have people who transfer, even in our class, and they come back and stand in our Blue Crew. And we don't even go to like our school, and then we have some friends from Alton who will wear blue. And sit in our
They might get yelled at for sitting in there, but
it's not even just like Marquette kids who like love being in our student section.
Well, it's true. I mean, you guys really do have the best student section around, and there's no doubt about it. But getting back to that, any game that you guys go, man, I'll remember that game forever.
I would say the sectionals like this year in Beardstown.
Oh yeah, I bet.
It was just electric, and everyone was just so fired up at that game.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense now.
The drive there was absolutely awful, but the game was totally worth it both times.
No, I would have to agree. It was almost 2 hours away. We had the student section. It would have never fit in the gym at Marquette. It was so big.
Was it really?
With the fan bus, we had a fan bus packed. The student section that we had there would never fit in the Marquette gym. But it was unbelievable, and we were loud, and everybody came up, even 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Scott, what about you back there?
I think my favorite one is the Alton game last year, the girls game.
Oh yeah, that was fun. That was one of the
game.
best goals I've seen in a long time. That was when is that when Ella put that one on the top of the box? Yeah, I remember that.
Were you one of the ones that was? I remember that.
I
clip
called
of
that
screaming.
game. I called that game. That was really a fun one.
Last like 10 seconds. Yeah.
That was really cool. Well, and seriously though, if you guys could, for the students that are, maybe in St. Mary's right now and are getting excited about making the big jump to Marquette, what are your thoughts? Can you give them any tips to have a successful Blue Crew experience right off the bat?
Yeah, get hyped.
There you go.
I was only there for 1 year, and I really feel like I missed out.
The more you participate, the more fun you'll have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people think
show out in themes.
People think if you participate, you're like lame or whatever. But
no,
it's definitely the opposite.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. If you don't do anything, you're weird.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. Any other thoughts?
Walk on the right side of the hallway.
Well, sorry. Don't let me cut you
No,
off.
I was just gonna say, it's not. Make sure you participate like early on. I feel like when if you were the type of person that maybe is just like kind of sits back,
shy.
Like as the years go on, I mean, maybe we were like that. Our class a little bit wasn't as loud as even the freshman class is now, and you kind of just like regret like not being as hype as you were like your senior year. Like you just all 4 years you want to put in as much like energy as you can.
Yeah,
absolutely. Scott, what about you back there?
You need to show up to everything. Because otherwise you're just going to regret it.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think being a part of the Blue Crew made your high school experience a lot more enjoyable?
It made it special, for sure.
Made it special.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to know. And then let's talk about your teachers a bit, because what I think's cool, and not in a bad way, just in case your teachers are watching, what I think's cool is going and seeing everybody on the faculty and staff at these games too. That goes a long way whenever you see, a lot of teachers walking around and really supporting the athletics too. And what are your thoughts on that? Is it just kind of extend that Marquette community, that neighborhood even further when you see those type of things, like your teachers out at the games or maybe cheering with you or taking you to prep rallies and getting things ready to go?
Yeah,
I mean, are we allowed to name specific teachers?
Go for it.
Mr. Roberts, I know he drove the bus to sectionals and there was a couple difficulties on the bus, but he's, I don't know, he's this
he
old
still showed
guy.
up to the next game.
Yeah,
He showed up to the
he's
next
a
game.
wonderful man.
Yeah. I've seen him at every sport.
He's
the best.
He goes to everything. I mean, Mr. Podner, he's behind all the music and technicals. Behind.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, behind all the tech, just at home games and stuff that gets the crowd hyped already with just edits. So
really
shout out to
cool.
him for sure. It's
Well,
Katie.
Yeah. Okay.
You look like you're about to say something. You look like you're I was like.
Yeah, like we said, Marquette is just a family, and when you have it one place, you have it in every other place. So if you have it in sports, and you're gonna have it at school with your teachers, and we just make sure we are always supporting each other, and I think the teachers help, us all.
It's for sure a community and family.
Yeah, it is. I mean, 100% over. Well, did anyone from other schools call you and concede the best student section election to you guys? Did they call and say you guys have now won the... we're
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's coming next!
That is what we'll probably... That's what they will probably use as next year against other student sections.
So, what's your favorite sport to cheer for? Is it basketball? Is it all...
Basketball.
That's what everyone says!
I mean, but I will
Not
say
to diss them,
Friday
but-
night under the lights, it's
an experience.
It's for sure a different experience, but basketball is for sure where it's at, though.
Yeah.
Scott, what about you back there? There you did. Well, and seriously, with all of this being said, I just think it just shows a big light on why Marquette's such a special place. And is there any game that you're looking forward to the most this spring?
Alton versus Marquette girls soccer.
RiverBender.com will be there. Another shameless plug.
Alton Marquette baseball, pretty much any Alton
Yeah.
Marquette.
You live for 'em, huh?
That's also an unreal crowd. That's when the whole town is there.
it is.
That's not just Marquette. That's not just Alton. It's the whole town.
And people really eat up the rivalry too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
they
get a
love
lot
it.
of feedback after these games. Believe me,
It's funny watching the teachers, the parents in front of the two student sections
Sometimes the parents would be like,
get them.
join in.
Any final thoughts for the acknowledgement?
The acknowledgement? Oh,
No.
man. I wish I was there. It looked like it was a great time. I'm really proud of the communications class. I think we really knocked it out of the park this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's great leaving Marquette with something like that for sure.
Yeah. You only get to do high school once, and that's
Yeah.
a pretty good way to end it.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I think the video represented the Blue Crew really well, and I think it's well deserved. So.
Can I say something?
I feel like the video showed how much of a family this school truly is. Even if you don't go to the school anymore, once you're a part of the Marquette family, you're always a part of the Marquette family.
100%.
Once Wildcat was.
Scott, what about you back there?
I tried.
Go Marquette!
There we go. There we go at 9:55. Marquette is the best student section in the state of Illinois, and they'll do it again next year. We'll take a quick break, and our daily show will come back and hit you next as we wrap up the 9 o'clock hour. Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, woman-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Lennox products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
DJ Mikey.
This is where I am today. Let me show you how I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
.58. Hey, I told you we would touch base on the Madison County Chairman's debates, and we will fill you in on the questions being asked. Now, Sydney Sinks did write the story. We do have about 2 minutes to get out the questions. Here are the 5 questions posed by audience members. What are the primary duties of the county board chairman? Who is responsible for personnel recommendations? What would you like to accomplish? That was the first question. Prenzler began by explaining that one of the main duties of the chairman is to appoint directors, but he lost power in 2022. In that primary, June 28, 2022, I supported county board members who promised to put property tax caps on the ballot. And some Republican incumbents lost, and they were quite angry. So they took some of my powers away, Prenzler said. But one of the things that I think is in the chairman's job is to be a leader in a number of different areas. That's the end of his quote. He pointed out that he promised to make Madison County a no-kill county, and they have adopted out 8,000 pets since he took office. In 2016, he also appointed commissioners to the Metro East Sanitary District and turned that very important organization around. That was his quote. Prenzler noted that his second term took place during the COVID-19 pandemic, and he led the county through this. Slusser agreed that the chairman previously made a lot of personnel recommendations, quote, prior to the board stripping Mr. Prenzler of his powers, end quote. He said that many of those powers could be restored. Here's his full quote. The only powers that the chairman is actually granted constitutionally by the state constitution is that the chairman presides over meetings and makes recommendations to boards and commissions, Slusser said. He continued. Everything else that the chairman had prior was through ordinances by the county board, and as I always say, the county board can giveth, and the county board can taketh away. Prenzler used his rebuttal to talk about the PTEL. He said the tax levy is increasing around the county, and PTEL would limit this increase to the lesser of the CPI, or 5%. Slusser responded and said it's highly misleading to refer to PTEL as property tax caps. He said PTEL might also, quote, encourage some bad behavior from some of the taxing districts, end quote, because they could max out their tax rates in the time between PTEL being passed and before it went into effect, which could lead to a 15 to 18% increase in the real estate tax. I support a more comprehensive, real, meaningful reform, Slusser said. The next question, what changes would you make to Madison County Board procedures to increase transparency and accountability? Slusser said the community members can access audio recordings of the county board meetings, but he wants to make video recordings of the meetings available too. Prenzler said the county board should put PTEL on the ballot so community members can vote on it. Prenzler also said he wants to see multiple bids before purchases are made by the county. He noted that Slusser, quote, finally, end quote, provided information about losses on the investments report after being asked for this information last year. Slusser responded that he had, quote, inherited, end quote, Prenzler's accounting manager, and that they had reported the reports the same way that the office did under Prenzler, until it was brought to Slusser's attention that they were supposed to show the unrealized gains or losses. We have never lost a single penny on any investment that I've ever purchased, he added. Prenzler responded that Slusser currently has losses in Alibaba and an e-commerce company, which is, quote, underperforming. The treasurer has invested $815,000 in Alibaba and 5 corporate bonds, he said. The last time I looked, they were underwater about $60,000. The next question was explain PTEL. Should Madison County approve this? Prenzler explained that PTEL limits the increase of the tax levy. He encouraged attendees to focus on the levy, and he called PTEL a very rational and common sense limit on the amount by which a taxing district can increase taxes. Here's his full statement. What does PTEL do? It limits the increase to the lesser of the inflation rate measured by CPI, or 5%. He continued, in the last 2 years, the federal government has told us that the inflation rate is 6.5%. So that would be a limited increase of 5%. And I want to say that it does not put fire districts out of business. It doesn't put schools out of business. Slusser said, PTEL was passed 30 years ago in Illinois, and the state still has the second highest property tax values in the United States. He explained that taxing districts are creative and will levy to the maximum every year. Here's his quote. There will be a guaranteed increase every single year under PTEL, he said. You're waiting 8 to 9 years for that to level off. You're never going to see relief. You're just going to have maybe smaller increases. So I think the real reform is in the Indiana model. The only way to meaningfully reduce property taxes to change the way we fund schools in the state. The final 2 questions. What types of economic development do you envision in Madison County? Slusser says that he lives in Wood River, where the downtown has been revitalized in recent years. He said he has helped connect developers to Granite City, which could lead to 600 manufacturing jobs. He also said that St. Louis has had, quote, a crime spree for years, end quote, and he wants to incentivize developers to come from St. Louis to Madison County. Prenzler said the people should think about what can be controlled in Madison County and noted we can try to control our taxes, end quote. He said he has fought against a 1% sales tax for years. He also said the taxes need to be at rates where businesses and families can afford to live in Madison County. The final question, do you think affordable housing is a legitimate issue for Madison County? And if so, how would you achieve this? Prenzler said he believes affordable housing is a concern. He noted that one community in Madison County needs to improve wastewater treatment. Here's a statement, particularly with the high interest rates these days, I think that mortgage rates have really gone up. And so I think affordable housing is something that we always need to be looking at and making sure that we don't have building codes that are too restrictive. Affordable housing is a major thing that we all need to be working on. The county and also other municipalities. That was the end of the chairman's statement. Treasurer Slusser noted that it is cheaper to own a home in some communities than others. He agreed with Prenzler that some code ordinances are, quote, very restrictive, end quote, and have gotten a little carried away. Here's his full statement. I think a lot of it is developers have to have incentives and builders have to have incentives to come and want to do that. He said, he continued, it has to make sense for them because if a builder is not going to make money on a project, they're not going to be willing to come forward and do that project. Election primary day is on March the 19th. For more information about the Madison County Chairman's candidates, you can check out more information on RiverBender.com, where we keep you up to date and in the know, I think, better than anybody. At 10:06, we will take a quick pause. We'll come back with our full top-of-the-hour news right after this on RiverBender.com.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car, I have a job, there's nothing holding me back anymore.
Dream Home Realty Center. Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. Without showing.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, gear up with Falcommit and elevate your hunting experience. From rugged gear for the seasoned hunter to adorable outfits for the little ones, we've got your whole family covered. Literally, because the best moments are made in the great outdoors. And with Falcommit, you're not just wearing gear, you're wearing the stories of your adventures. Discover the joy of hunting together. Visit falcommit.com and outfit your family for the next generations of memories.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nicello on RiverBender.com.
Too loud. How do you like me now? How do you like me now? Now that I'm on my way, you still think I'm crazy. Standing here today, I couldn't make you love me, but I always dreamed about living in your radio. How do you like me now?
10:09, welcome back. Top of the hour news on this 8th day of March. It's a Friday in downtown Alton. You know, I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready to see Shannon Stelling in Belleville tomorrow and on Sunday, and all of you heading to the Home Expo and getting on those really great deals. Before I do news, the contractor's yard sale that's going on up there, all of you have your summer project starting, and please don't go up there until I do on Saturday. I'm giving you my secret to success. Go up there, okay? Y'all have some decking or some fence things that you need to work on. Maybe you need to just update the garden a little bit. You name it. Maybe you have something inside you want to do. Go up there. The contractor's yard sale, brand new items that just weren't wanted or maybe a different variation of what they thought it was going to be for their client on major discounts for all of you. That's how awesome this is. You can go over to the Belle Claire Fairgrounds starting today at noon, and then you can go all weekend long. See me, the event's free to attend, and be a part of all the fun that comes with owning a home and being a part of a home environment. Hey, we'll take you to top of the hour news and sign up for breaking news alerts at 10:10. We'll start off in Hardin. The Calhoun County Sheriff's Office announced that on Wednesday, March the 6th, the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office celebrated the official retirement of Chief Deputy Greg Weishaupt. Calhoun Sheriff Bill Heffington marked the occasion by hosting a fish fry at the office, which, as usual, Sheriff Bill cooked personally. Retired Sheriff Deputy Weishaupt was presented with a new badge and Sheriff's letter of appreciation for his years of service to the community. He is a veteran, having served the Air National Guard Air Force from 1981 until 2000, including service in Desert Storm and Desert Shield. Weishaupt began his law enforcement career in 1986 with the Bethalto Police Department following his active duty service. He served with the Shipman Police Department before joining the Illinois Department of Natural Resources Police Department in 1994. He also served as an Illinois Conservation Police officer until 2018, at which time he retired and was hired the following year as the Chief of Police for the village of Hardin. In 2020, he joined the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office, serving as Sheriff Heffington's chief deputy until his retirement. Greg stated that his favorite thing about serving in law enforcement has been the opportunity to interact with youth in the community, teaching and mentoring them about hunting and fishing. In total, Greg served the United States Armed Forces for 19 years, not including his times on active duty deployment overseas. He served as a law enforcement officer for 37 years. Although he's retired, he still serves the Illinois Department of Natural Resources as a hunter safety instructor and a boat instructor, passing along his many years of knowledge to the next generation. Congratulations on your retirement. Very well deserved from us at RiverBender.com. Dalton Brown reporting out of Godfrey. Very serious news. An online tip led Madison County Sheriff's Department to a man in Godfrey who allegedly had multiple files of child pornography on his phone. He now faces 7 total felonies. According to county court documents, here's what we know. Mark W. Bray, 29 of Godfrey, charged with 7 counts of child pornography on February the 22nd. Each of the 7 counts corresponds to a different file, each depicting minors under the age of 13 engaged in various sexual acts, according to court documents. The first 6 counts are Class 2 felonies related to 6 video files, while the 7th count is a Class 3 felony related to an image file. A petition to deny Bray's pretrial release did describe the investigation, which began on September 27th after the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children sent the Sheriff's Office a cyber tip that was submitted through their cyber tip line. The tip reported that an individual had images and videos of child pornography with a Synchronos Technologies account linked to their Verizon phone number. This was just one of 21 total cyber tips, which each referenced the same suspect uploading, quote, sexually explicit material. On numerous occasions, these images and videos that were reported were provided and confirmed that they were images and videos of nude prepubescent and pubescent children engaged in sexually explicit content with each other and or adults. That's what the petition states. 34 total files were reviewed and determined to contain child pornography. All activity allegedly occurred between August 21st and September 24th. Records provided by Dropbox Inc. showed that September 21st was the last date their servers were accessed by a Verizon device and IP address associated with the Gmail address, which included Bray's first initial and last name. Bray's case was submitted by the Madison County Police or Sheriff's Office, and court documents indicate he was remanded to be held in jail until his initial appearance in court. Dalton Brown also reporting out of East Alton that a man from East Alton has been charged with grooming and indecent solicitation of 2 children after allegedly sending them sexually explicit messages through TikTok. Dakota R. Weaver, 28, of East Alton, was charged with 2 counts of grooming and indecent solicitation of a child. Court documents indicate he groomed and solicited 2 different minors from TikTok, one from January the 29th through February the 9th, 2024. The other from February the 6th through February the 12th, 2024. According to a petition to deny Weaver's pretrial release, the Bethalto Police Department received a report of an indecent solicitation of a child and grooming on February the 9th. The first victim reported the following. An unknown male on TikTok, known to her as Eric, made sexual comments, including discussing sex with her. The victim advised she was first contacted by Weaver on TikTok on January the 29th. Conversations continued and became more sexual in nature, specifically discussing sexual intercourse. The TikTok user profile picture and phone number used to contact the victim were determined through the investigation to belong to the defendant. The victim asked the defendant if he knew how old she was, and he responded, 15 to 16, ? She responded yes. The petition added that the Bethalto Police Department received a second report of the same offenses on February the 12th. This report was submitted by the other victim, who reported she was sent messages of a sexual nature on TikTok, specifically referencing oral sex. Weaver reportedly asked how old she was, to which she responded, 15. Weaver faces 2 Class 3 felonies for indecent solicitation of a child and 2 Class 4 felonies for grooming. The Bethalto Police Department presented the case against Weaver, who was reportedly remanded to be held in jail until his initial appearance in court. Also in the news, Dan Brandon reporting out of Edwardsville that a dump truck was pursued by Edwardsville police and crashed into gas pumps at Quick Trip in Edwardsville and struck another vehicle on Monday night. Here's what we know. Some of the gas pumps were not operable at Quick Trip on Thursday morning when we were gathering our report. The gas pumps have a shear valve designed to shut off if a pump is knocked away, and it worked perfectly. Edwardsville Fire Chief James Whiteford said there was a small fire in the gas pump knocked away from the canopy in the concrete parking lot, but it was not a very big fire, and it was quickly extinguished. The various pumps were closed at night after this incident, but several were operable on Thursday. Whiteford said an engineer must come out and evaluate the situation and open some of the pumps. We'll take you to Alton next. According to Principal Mary Rivera, St. Mary's Catholic School is uniquely focused on faith, family, and education. From 9 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, March the 16th, you will have the opportunity to see that for yourself. The school will host an open house for potential families where you can tour classrooms, meet with the faculty and staff, and, of course, register for the 2024-25 school year. With an impressive academic curriculum and several athletic and extracurricular programs, they hope many families will stop by the open house to learn more about the school, what they offer, and their approach. Rivera explained that St. Mary's is different from other schools. They make points to be involved with their students, and everyone, including teachers and priests and nuns, often join in on the fun. From kickball and the Junior Olympiad to band practices and art classes, there's so much more to discover. As a teacher, Sister Antonia experiences this firsthand. She noted that the faculty members go above and beyond to engage with students. No matter what a student's religious background is, they know they have support as they learn and grow in their relationship with God. As St. Mary's, kids can be kids, and we just love them through whatever happens every single day, all day, Sister Antonia said. With faith as one of St. Mary's 3 pillars, Rivera and Sister Antonia agreed that it's most important to put this faith into action through through service. They encourage students and their families to complete service hours at the school and throughout the Riverbend. For them, it's about raising kids who are able to thrive in the community in addition to succeeding at the school. You can learn more about St. Mary's faith, family, and education approach at the open house on March the 16th, which will be held at Suttis Hall at 536 East 3rd Street in Alton. Parents can take a tour of the building and find out more about the school while kids enjoy activities and refreshments. For more information, you can email kroberts@smsalton.com. That's kroberts as it sounds at smsalton.com. Let's take a look at your weather today, huh? Is it still raining out there? I'm going to go ahead and just assume that it is. That's what stinks about being in the basement. I have no window. Well, I do, but it looks into a hallway. It's 56 degrees. It feels like 54 today. Rain and a thunderstorm into the early afternoon tonight. Considerable cloudiness and cooler. Very breezy is the notes for this Friday weather forecast. Temperatures will reach 59 degrees, drop down to 38 overnight on Saturday, a high of 49, a low of 28. No rain in the forecast on Saturday. On Sunday, no clouds in the forecast. Brightly sunny skies on the 10th day of March. No rain, a high of 54, a low of 33. Then on Monday, the 11th, a high of 70. How about that? And a low of 40. Then on Tuesday, the 12th, a 13% chance of rain, partly sunny skies, a high of 70 and a low of 47. Let's take a look at downtown Alton. We still got some rain on that camera, and man, look at that water starting to build up in the Argosy Casino parking lot over there. We are, I do not have a webcam, John. We are watching downtown Alton in real time all the time, and oh, that is my window. You're absolutely right. You can see the Skycam in real time all the time at RiverBender.com/weather. And for time and temperature throughout the day, give this phone number a ring. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, Return Home. I honestly thought I needed a webcam, but you're right. My webcam is my window into downtown Alton. And why don't we do this? Before I take a quick break, we talk about things happening this weekend. We talk to Adam Marburger and Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness. Let me talk to you about Alton Little Theater. You know, they really are a luxury of ours in our community. Not very many small communities such as ours, or any community in general, has one of the oldest, most continuous little theaters in the country. Yeah. That's how cool Alton Little Theater is. You know, what I think's fantastic is they bring in the best performers. I mean, the best from around the area. Some of them hit the major stages over in St. Louis and then come over to Alton Little Theater to provide their quality performances to all of you. Listen, we all watched the State of the Union last night. I think we all need to take some Advil and just move on, okay? And now we can. Put the phone down, go over, watch the Alabama story at Alton Little Theater, forget the craziness of the Big Four news networks that are just going absolutely haywire today, and enjoy entertainment as it is, as it should be, with no distractions and just quality performers that Alton Little Theater provides. They're wrapping up their 90th season with Alabama Story and Singing in the Rain, which is sure to sell out. But Alabama Story tickets still remain. The show starts next week. You can get tickets at altonlittletheater.org. And while you're there, check out their 91st season ticket pass. $85 for a whole ton of shows that are fun. They're diverse. There's a lot of new ones coming in, and I know that you're going to have some fun with your loved ones, with your family, when you take them and discover Alton Little Theater for yourselves. altonlittletheater.org. That's altonlittletheater.org. 10:23. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of our daily show right after this in downtown Alton.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway safe rubber tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nicello on RiverBender.com.
And I wonder why the little things you find they coming true. Oh, telephone line, give me some time.
Welcome in, 1027. Our Daily Show continues on this Friday morning. It's the 8th day of March. Adam Marburger, you know, I saw something, and here's somebody who does a lot. Let's just say a lot. Whether it's in business or life, one of the coolest posts was seeing how proud you were of your black belt, man, and congratulations. Right off the bat, congratulations. Yeah. How does it feel?
You know what? First of all, thank you. You know what? I just don't even really know how it feels yet. You know, it's like, you know, I've been doing this for a very, very long time, and you always dreamed of the moment when you earn your black belt. Like, what does that feel like? And the ether really hasn't worn off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, I'm kind of on a high. Like, I almost wanted to wear the black belt here today, just, you know, but I decided not to.
Well, did you even get to sleep that night? Because, I mean, when that happens, and especially if no one really understands the journey it takes to really accomplish what you just accomplished and what it takes to accomplish that black belt, I mean, blood, sweat, tears, years of hard work, and it finally culminates in one night, and then you get it.
Yeah. Well, what was really cool, too, is I received my black belt on our annual team day. So there were hundreds of people there. There were over 50 black belts on the mats that day. And so I got to get promoted with my peers. There were 3 of us. Actually, another local black belt, Keith Steinerker, he owns a local gym as well.
Absolutely.
He got his black belt. There were 3 black belts and Matt Engelbart. So the 3 of us, we've been training with Kyle Watson since day 1. So it's been a very, very long time coming for us, and we were honored and privileged to receive the award of black belt. So
congratulations, man! Seriously, such a cool honor and a high honor too.
Yeah.
But we were talking, and I had Stephen and Adam on, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, and just talking with them. You have a lot of hands in different things. But what you have at Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness is really special. You know, I'm in professional wrestling, the indie scene, and those type of environments can get toxic, and no matter if it's martial arts or any of that, you know, rolling on the mat type of stuff. Yeah. But what you guys have is a family atmosphere, not just that, a real community over where you guys are at Alton Family Martial Arts.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a reason why family's in the name.
Yeah.
You know, when we sat down, Court Wall and I, we sat down in 2017, we're like, here, we want to provide a high quality training. Mm-hmm. We want good quality individuals. But, you know, we grew up in fight gyms and like really, you know, I don't want to say dirty and dark, but like very intense.
Yeah.
You know, going into these gyms, you know, it's very intimidating. So how do we reach the masses? How do we help people with the life-changing, I say life-saving at some level, gift of jiu-jitsu? How do we do that? And so we wanted to create a very friendly family atmosphere. And that's what we have there. Like you show up, we're smiling, we're loving on you, we're hugging on you. Every class is beginner friendly. Mm-hmm. So you could literally have no clue what you're doing and show up and you're going to be welcomed.
Well, and that's a great point because Adam was sharing with us a little bit of his journey and talking about how much of a benefit it was starting his jiu-jitsu, you know, training, and just life-saving is right. Yep. But, you know, whenever you sit that, you hit it on the head because there's a lot of younger kids out there that, you know, are a little bit intimidated about maybe starting some type of fitness journey, whether it's working out or martial arts. Yeah. And women in general, too, that, you know, are kind of intimidated. Is this the right place for me? Is this safe for me to go to? Yeah. And I mean, to find that need and hit on it, I mean, that's one of the coolest things you've done and really provided that safe space whenever someone wants to learn this really great skill. And also for children, Adam, the critical thinking and the discipline that's learned whenever you start younger is just unmatched.
Yeah, I believe I have 3 beautiful, beautiful daughters. And it's an obligation as a parent to teach your kids basic levels of self-defense. Mm-hmm. It's an obligation.
100%.
It's an obligation. It's a responsibility.
100%.
Okay? And so we have to remember that message needs to be shouted from the rooftops because we have to ask ourselves, if one of our children were to get into a physical altercation with somebody, what would that look like? Mm-hmm. Would they be fearful? Would they be scared for their life? Would they know how to defend themselves in a situation that presented itself? So for me, I'm very committed to that. And I say, we talk about this, let us bully proof your kids.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, we will never condone fighting.
Right.
We will always condone defending yourself in a situation or defending someone that you love. Mm-hmm. Right. And so, and the thing too is being able to defend yourself is pretty cool. But what about this? What about having a higher level of self-confidence? I mean, there was a student we had years ago. I'm not going to say his name. We'll just say his name's Billy. Mm-hmm. Billy came in. Billy was overweight. Billy had severe acne. Billy didn't mesh well with the ladies. He was picked on. He was bullied. He was made fun of. He got into jiu-jitsu. 2 years later, Billy, this is a real story, by the way. Billy lost 100 pounds. Acne cleared up. All the girls love Billy. Billy's life changed forever because of jiu-jitsu.
Right.
So how many Billies out there are struggling that we can reach? That's what we're here to do.
That's such a great point because people always talk about kids acting out, and a lot of it's self-confidence because they really don't have that self-confidence because they go, man, you know, I weigh 138 pounds soaking wet. You know, someone steps up to me, they blow on me, I'm on 270. You know, all these things, those triggers, and that's what I think's so special because you're really instilling how to be a respected adult and young children at an early age, and it sets them up for success for a lifetime.
Amen. We want them to be great contributors to the community.
Yeah.
Period. That's what we want out of our youth, to be great contributors. And martial arts is definitely a vehicle to help get them there.
So I got to ask you this. How did your journey into martial arts start?
You know, I started my junior year. A friend of mine who unfortunately passed away, Jason Beckel, who's one of my best friends, he took me to a kickboxing gym in O'Fallon. And I kickboxed at this gym for about a year and a half. It was about 18 months. And I got to spar. I did a couple little exhibition, like 2-minute rounds with big gloves. So I did a couple little matches and I fell in love with it.
Really?
And then I graduated high school. And then life went in a different path. So for a couple of years, I got tired of driving that direction. So for a couple of years, I stayed away. But then a martial arts academy opened up called Pro Gym in 2003 on Broadway in Alton. My dealership was a mile away from there. So a friend of mine, Derek McGuire, was going there. A few other guys, Todd Locks, a couple other guys in the community were going to that gym. So I ended up showing up and learning that I'm not tough. That's what happened. I showed up. I thought I knew how to fight, but I learned really quickly that it was the farthest I could stand up. I had some decent hands. Right. But I was grappling with a guy. His name's Todd Murphy. Todd's a good friend of mine. Todd, 155 pounds. I walk in at like 215.
Right.
He tapped me out 5 times in like a 3-minute round. I left going, holy cow. A, I'm embarrassed. B, I love this.
Yeah.
I came back and I felt that was it. I started, so I got into that. Then I got into mixed martial arts. I went over to St. Louis to Jesse Finney's gym. I did some mixed martial arts fights. I fell in love with MMA. I realized when I got to about 30 that I was never going to be like a real fighter. I was more of a hobbyist enthusiast, not a real fighter.
Right.
But I really love jiu-jitsu. And so I made the decision to put the gi on in 2011. Kyle Watson left the hit squad, opened up his gym on Forest Park Avenue in St. Louis. I was a day one Kyle Watson guy and fell in love with the gi, did hundreds of jiu-jitsu competitions. I was in sport jiu-jitsu, like that's all I did from white belt, blue belt, purple belt. And then when I got to brown belt, slowed it down and took business very serious when I got to brown belt. That's what kind of got in the way. And now I'm black belt, and I love. Now I'm trying to suck a little less at jiu-jitsu every single day.
That's a good answer.
I tell everybody that.
That's a good answer.
So.
Well, and just real quick on your professional career, how has jiu-jitsu helped you in those settings? Because we talk about self-discipline and all of these things, but for you in an Adam Marburger position, when you're going through life, what skills did you learn and obtain or maybe improve on while you're going through your jiu-jitsu journey?
I credit martial arts to the majority of my success. I've got God-given abilities. I have a circle of influence that helps me beyond measure. But then I have this martial arts. And this martial arts has given me discipline, structure, organization, understanding that when things get tough, it's not as tough as you really think it is.
Yeah.
The mind stronger than the body. Like martial arts has instilled this indestructible confidence. And what martial arts gave me was this. It gave me a leg up on my competition because I have a different story than my competitors in the insurance space. I branded martial arts along with my insurance agency, and the marketing alone allowed my business to just freaking explode. And when my clients look at me and say, oh, you're a brown belt, or you're a black belt in jiu-jitsu, that's a different level of conversation I have with people. So martial arts has helped me absolutely grow my business from a marketing standpoint. From a functional standpoint, it's given me that structure and organization, and it's given me this indestructible confidence that not a lot bothers me. There's really not a whole lot that really gets in my way.
Yeah, 100%. And now, as we talk about the location opening, I'm sure a lot of people have had the same thought. Let's have this space where everyone can feel welcome, and there's this atmosphere for martial arts, but no one really has been able to accomplish that. How are you? What do you credit the fact that you guys basically broke the stigma in about not even 3 months about what this could be in a family atmosphere? Because right away you guys were off the bat and running.
We did well.
Yeah.
So I would say first and foremost, I want to give a lot of credit to our head coach, Court Wall. Court is an Alton native. In my opinion, the most accomplished martial artist to ever come out of Alton.
Yeah.
Court Wall is just a blessing to our team. Court's the head coach. He's the quarterback.
Yeah.
Court's the quarterback. And so he is built. I would love to take some credit, but I just I write the checks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I show up,
right.
I show up and support. I coach. Court allowed me to coach class the other night because what I've done, I've learned. Here's what I've done. As my other businesses have grown, I've learned to delegate and put the right people in the right places. So we've assembled a wonderful coaching staff at Alton Family Martial Arts that continues to serve and love our team, and we continue to grow. So going back to the very beginning, I attribute it to our culture and our atmosphere that allowed people to continue to want to come back.
Well, and let's go into a little bit more because we talked some jiu-jitsu, but let's go down the full gauntlet of what Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness offers for the public in case they're curious, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Let's start off right off the bat. Let's talk about just some of the programs that are going on through the weekly, Monday through Friday, and then some Saturday stuff too.
Absolutely. So we're there every day of the week now. So we have adult jiu-jitsu on Monday. We have kickboxing on Mondays. On Tuesday, we have youth martial arts. We have adult jiu-jitsu, and Wednesday, same thing. We have adult jiu-jitsu, kickboxing on Wednesday. Thursdays, there's youth martial arts that meets, and then adult jiu-jitsu. And then on Saturdays, we actually have a really fun a functional yoga class.
Really?
Yeah, so that's on.
Is it like dynamic yoga, not to cut you off?
It is. It's we call it yoga for martial arts. There's a lot of stretching, really, really cool stuff going on Sunday or Saturday mornings. And then we open it up with an open mat that we allow everybody to come in, and you can roll if you want to roll. You can drill if you want to drill. You can ask questions. You know, that space is there to do as you please. And then on Sundays, we're really proud of this. The ladies.
Yeah.
I want the ladies in our community to understand that we have a program just for you now. We have a ladies only jiu-jitsu program taught by Coach Amanda, who is an absolute incredible martial artist. And it's a very beginner friendly room. No judgment. If you've never done jiu-jitsu, show up.
Yeah.
If you've done jiu-jitsu for a couple of years and you want to do ladies, come in. So we have that on Sundays. And then, so I mean, we really have a little bit of something for everyone.
What is the, let's touch on the ladies class a little bit more. What does that offer? Someone's never really had any experience, but maybe they go, I need to learn some type of skill just in case I'm in a situation. What can they expect day one?
You're going to learn self-defense. You're going to come in, you're going to learn the basics of jiu-jitsu. Yeah. You're going to come in and learn the basic fundamentals. You're going to build confidence by doing it. You're going to get in better shape by doing it. You're going to make new friends by doing it. And your life's going to improve by just doing it. And having that ability to just have basic understanding to how to defend yourself really changes things. It really changes things in your life to just have the tools to know how to defend yourself.
And what is the age range for that ladies class? Does it go into youth or is it for older ladies?
On that Sunday class, it's an adult class, but you 13, 14, 15, you could come into that class.
Perfect. That's what I was kind of wanting to know about. Why don't we do, it's 10:41. Can I take one last break?
Hey, you're the boss.
John Hendrick, I hope you listen to that. At 10:41, I'll take my last break of the week. We'll come back with Adam. We'll learn more about Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness, some classes and ways that you can get involved in one of the best community-oriented businesses around in terms of fitness, and that truly is Alton Family Martial Arts. We'll take a quick break. 10:42, our daily show continues.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
DJ Mike Keith. This is where I am today. Let me show you where I started.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com. Or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nicello on RiverBender.com.
10:44, welcome back. 8th day of March. Our last conversation of the week belongs to Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness. Did you think that you would really hit on all the boxes when you guys start? I mean, right off the bat, were you confident when you guys started Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness that this was going to hit all the boxes right off the bat?
Yeah, I mean, I was confident. I was confident in court. I was confident in this local community that there was a need, and we provided a solution. And I felt really confident.
And I wanted to ask more about this yoga class on Saturdays. Is this something that maybe an older adult out there too, maybe that isn't interested in fitness or martial arts, but needs to have some fitness in their life? Would this be a good opportunity?
Absolutely, 100%.
Really cool.
All are welcome to that class.
Well, and I really like the idea of this, the dynamic yoga, or what's the name that you guys use?
You know what? It's Yoga with Steven.
There we go. Yoga with Steven. I like that. I like that because especially if you're a young athlete out there, there is nothing more
Yoga's
beneficial.
So good for you.
Yep,
Yoga's
to learn how to stretch.
Absolutely.
Oh man! And now kickboxing. Who's leading those classes?
Coach Court.
Again?
Court runs the kickboxing show, and we got a good group of people in those classes.
Well, and Adam, it seems like just the team you have around you, just talking with Steven a little bit last time and then hearing about Court and just seeing the posts. I mean, everybody is really involved and believes in 100% what the mission of Alton Family Martial Arts and Fitness is.
Yeah, and here's the reality. Like, I am a control freak at some level.
Same.
And in my businesses, I've struggled with delegation. Well, I had to make a bold decision about 6 months ago, and I focused on a couple of other companies, and I wanted to, I want to scale Alton Family. I wanted to grow. I wanted to continue to do great things. And so I put Steven Fisher in the GM role.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since I've done that, everything has gotten better. Steven is holding me accountable. As a matter of fact, I had a meeting with him yesterday. He yelled at me.
How's that
I was
feel?
kind of like, all right, Steven, you're right. But no, having Steven in the right place, Coach Joel, Tom, we've got some just wonderful assets. Amanda, having her on board now coaching the ladies. We have a really, really, really great thing going. And Steven coming in as GM, and he's also a coach too. He helps out with the beginner class. So we just have a team. Here's the thing. It's all about the team. One person can't do it.
No.
But a team can. A team can do anything, and we just have such a really great thing going on right now.
One thing I noticed is that you're really good on promoting the students. If they have an achievement in the class or there's a major breakthrough, you see it on the Facebook page.
Should.
How important is it when you see that? Because for a lot of these, especially younger kids, this could be their first opportunity at a support system for something outside of the normal, run of things for being a student. Could you see the impact that has, where all of a sudden they know that people are supporting those achievements and living it with them?
Yeah, and first of all, we should always acknowledge those that deserve to be acknowledged in a public format.
Yeah.
And it makes people feel special because they are special, first of all. So we have to celebrate the fact that they're special, number one. Number two, jiu-jitsu is a very long and difficult journey. Okay, Kyle Watson, you say it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Enjoy the journey. But there is something that happens when you're a white belt and you get that first little stripe on your belt. You're always looking forward to the next stripe, and you're always looking forward to the next stripe, and you're always looking forward to that next belt color. But the reality is those belt colors don't happen very often.
Yeah,
and you don't really know when they're going to happen. So you have to put that work in. As a student, you don't know when your coach is promoting you. I didn't know Kyle was promoting me on Saturday. Did I feel worthy of my black belt? Yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty. I put the time in. I'm still on the mat. I'm competitive. I feel good at jiu-jitsu. I feel that I'm there. But I didn't know Kyle was going to promote me. You just never know. And so there's a lot of anticipation. There's sometimes letdown. There's sometimes anxiety. There's sometimes stress. There's a lot that goes into the journey, right? So when you do hit the next milestone, you bet you celebrate that online. You bet we put people online. We want to share the good news with other people because they put the work and energy and effort. We want to shout it from the rooftop.
Right.
We think it's important.
100%, Adam. And then, not to cut you off, but going into where you're located, I think, is a very important thing, too. Because I love the location. You're in Nautilus, and you're in that nice building or nice room at the very top where you have your own space, and it's a nice layout of it and a great rolling room.
We put a lot of money into that room.
Did you really?
A lot of money into that room. And I'll tell you right now that, it's special to be in Nautilus. It's in Alton. All my businesses are based in Alton. All of them. Well, one is domiciled in Florida, but we do a lot of business here in Alton. But Alton is Alton. It's home. And I've been working out at Nautilus since I was like 14 years old. So I've been working out there, and I don't get to say how old I am. I'm a lot older than that. And so to be up there in the gym that I started my whole health career in is pretty special to me.
Yeah.
It's conveniently located. It's easy to get in and out of, and I'm proud of it.
Well, and then what I like about it, too, is it kind of brings that total package to where, I've noticed, and I don't go to Nautilus anymore, but when I did and I saw you guys up there, you'd have folks that were maybe going in and doing their classes with you, but then all of a sudden they continued afterwards and kept working out.
Yeah.
And to me, that's where I think the value comes in even more, because it's not just, hey, we're bringing you into the class, you're going to roll, get out of here. They're taking that step to increase their fitness level and really staying motivated. And you guys are one of the best motivators out there for that type of journey.
Yeah, we have some mat rats that you pretty much have to tell to leave.
Do you really?
Yeah,
it's time to go, pal.
There's a few guys at our gym that just are insane with their training.
Yeah.
Just insane. They put in a lot of extra work.
Yeah.
A lot of extra work. And there's a few special folks that are going to be rewarded here real soon for that work. So
really?
Yeah, we got
a teaser action today.
Well, we got a special night. Everybody, we do know that nobody knows who's getting promoted, but we are doing a special promotion night at the gym on Monday. And
really?
So yeah, we've got a very special night. Court and I are going to reward in public a few folks that deserve to be rewarded in public.
Can we send our camera out there and take some shots?
Can absolutely do that.
John, I think we know where our team's going to be on
Make
Monday.
it happen, John.
That'd be really cool, man. Well, and what to you is the most valuable component of Art and Family Martial Arts and Fitness? For you, for the community, where's the most value at?
The most value is the sense of community.
Okay, yeah.
Family. It's about family. A good friend of mine, Meg Fairless, always says it's a community over competition. Everything's community, and family. Like the most important component at our gym is that family vibe. We hang out together outside of the gym. We have team building events. I invite the team out to my house. I just put a new pool in. This summer's going to be a lot of fun for the team.
There you
the team's going to get to come have some. But we are a family. We do life together.
Right.
So yeah, do we fight? Do we train hard? Do we grapple? Do we drill hard? We have a lot of fun together. But we are a true family. Well, that's the most important thing about this.
And then what I think is you make sure that you have a course or an option for everybody's interest too, because you want everyone to be a part of the family.
Yep.
But now it's time to make sure we provide that interest interest to them, and that's what I think with youth jiu-jitsu, the no-gi, the adult beginners, the yoga, the MMA classes going on, the women's classes. I think that is what's so important. And when you developed the schedule, was that what was always in the forefront of your mind, or did it start out just being BJJ?
It was a little more basic at the very beginning. We started out with judo, BJJ, and then youth. There wasn't a whole lot of interest in the judo, so that went first, and then kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and youth. Those were the three programs that really stuck around for years. And then as we grew, we added more classes.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And you hit on something earlier, and this is outside of martial arts, but it's important, I think. You have a lot of hands in businesses, and you just said you keep them all here. Why is that so important to you? Because, I think that's a testament. All these young kids, they go on social media and go, man, I got to get out of here. I got to go head over here. I got to go there. Why was it so important to kind of keep everything here in your hometown?
I'm on planes almost every week. I'm all over the country, everywhere, and there's no place like home. And so I get asked a lot, where's your favorite place? Where do you where's your favorite? If you could go anywhere, where do you want to go? And I'm like, well, if I go anywhere, I just want to go home. Right. Because I'm not there as much as I would like to be. I don't know. I've lived here my whole life. It's historically perfect. Alton's just beautiful. You know, my company, Ascent Dealer Services, we're in the Miller's building on the top floor. My office just looks at the river. It's just, it's stunning.
Oh, man.
You know, I would say 70% of our real estate holdings is in Alton. A lot of it's in Godfrey, but this community, Alton Godfrey community, I just love this area. I just really, really do. I mean, I think it's quaint and it's charming, you know, and I just choose to be here. Now, will I always be here full time? No,
right.
I won't. I'm gonna have a place in Florida.
I don't blame
you. I'm gonna go Florida, Alton, Florida, Alton.
That's what my family's doing right now.
Yeah. So, but this is home to me, and I love it here.
Really
I'm
cool.
proud of what we have here.
Well, and getting back to Alton Family Mall, I just was curious because you really do go everywhere, and I just had to ask you that. But getting back, whenever you observe, what's your favorite class to kind of observe on? You know, in terms of what the sights and sounds of whether it's grappling or just watching the classes interact. Is there one that you kind of look forward to peeking your head into?
Well, I observe. Yes, that's an easy question for me to answer. Is I like to observe the jiu-jitsu classes because. You know, for the first 5 years, like the adult class, when I was in town, and I was traveling much less years ago, I taught all those classes. And so after, you know, delegating, it's Court's in charge. You know, Court runs, you know, Steven's the GM of the gym. He's in charge of the operations and the management of the gym. But Court's in charge of the curriculum and the program. So it's just kind of nice to delegate it off and see what they've built. Yeah. It's kind of cool developing leaders and then watching those leaders develop other leaders. It really makes your heart smile. And so like what I do is I like to observe and smile and at times critique as needed.
Right.
But I try to pass the reign and just let Cord do his thing. And he does a wonderful job.
Yeah, we got to get Cord in the studio.
Let's do it.
We got to get Cord
His
in
personality's insane.
That's awesome.
Maybe we'll plan for him next.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I have a couple of minutes left, so can we go down the schedule just through the week real quick to make sure we plug them? Yeah. On Mondays at 5 to 6 p.m., it's kickboxing, then BJJ 6 to 7 p.m. on Mondays. The youth jiu-jitsu classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 to 7 p.m. Kickboxing again on Wednesday, 5 to 6. The open mat is 6 to 7 on Wednesdays. Friday is the youth no-gi classes, correct? Oh, good. I read that abbreviation right. 5:30 to 6:30. And then on Saturday, 9 to 10 a.m., yoga. Then you have the 10 to 11 a.m. spot, the adult beginner jiu-jitsu classes. Yes. The open mat at 11 to 12. And then the MMA class, 12 to 1. And, you know, let's talk adult beginner. Because I can only imagine there's some adults that aren't confident in their lives, you know, and they need to find something new. They got to find something to be involved in. You know, whenever you see that and you see those adults starting to come in there, what are some of just the first day to the fourth week? What does that turnaround kind of look like if you've kind of experienced that and watched it? Well, with jiu-jitsu, we always explain, you know, day one students, you know, you've got to learn, you know, some of the terminologies. Yeah. You have to understand the positions. We start with just such basics, you know, on how to clinch, how to break grips, a proper takedown. Because, you know, jiu-jitsu starts on the feet. I want people to understand that we've got to get it to the mat. So we work our way into that. And 4 weeks, you know, I always tell people, get to week number 12 and then look back at week number 1. And you're not going to recognize the person you were at week number 1. But it's a good 12 weeks to get your bearings underneath you, to understand where to put your hands and how to grip things and just have the technical terms down. Yeah. So, yes, that's kind of the progression of that. Does it freak them out when they realize you don't have to be the biggest person in the room to have the most impact on the mat? Does it kind of, do you see the eyeballs kind of? You do. Yeah. I had to ask. Because I've seen the smallest guy in the room put out 3 or 4 people without even breaking a sweat sometimes, you know? Yeah. Just incredible. Well, and Adam, as we're wrapping up here, we got about 2 minutes left. You know, what's the best way to get all this information? Is it the Facebook page? Is it the website, altonfma.com? Is it Colin? What's the best way? So you can find us online on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. And then, you know, the website. I mean, you can just click on the submission on the website. Somebody will reach back out to you. We give everybody a free week trial. So, I mean, really? If you just want to come check us out, observe, jump into class, free week on us. And yeah, we'd love to meet you. I mean, we just want to meet you. And then one final question for you too. Is the gym fees with Nautilus, is that a separate thing from Alton Family Martial Arts? Yeah, it is a separate. Okay. It's a separate entity.
We do not require a Nautilus membership. However, we do get special, we have an incentivized rate to do so because we do recommend supporting Nautilus as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
100%. And I just wanted to make sure that way you guys can get a special deal if you really decide to commit to this. Take the week trial, check it out, get to talk to Adam a bit, watching him over there on the mat, and then seeing Steven and Adam. And then, of course, going in and just working out, being active, and then finding out that your life's going to change mentally, emotionally, and physically. Adam, is there anything else left to say today?
No, that's it. Happy Friday. Thanks for having me on the show.
Man,
It's been a lot of fun.
I've enjoyed it, man.
Let's do it.
Well, you're welcome back anytime. Let's keep this conversation rolling. I am out of time today, so all of you enjoy your weekend. We have a busy week next week, and we'll get to it then. On that note, stay safe. Try to stay dry today. Most importantly, just try to stay out of jail.
He once knew, oh yes he did.